The Storm Shadow cruise missile has become a vital weapon in Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russian forces. With its impressive range and precision, this highly advanced missile has the capability to strike key Russian command and control centers, forcing Moscow to reconsider its logistics. Unlike the HIMARS in Ukraine with a range of only 155 miles, the Storm Shadow cruise missile can target all territories, including Crimea and areas with significant command and control presence such as Berdyansk. Equipped with a miniaturized jet engine, lightweight materials, and autonomous navigation systems, the Storm Shadow can travel far beyond the line of sight of the launching aircraft to complete its mission. One of the standout features of the Storm Shadow missile is its unparalleled precision. Once pre-programmed and launched, it operates on a fire-and-forget basis, requiring no further communication or updates from the operator. This precision is made possible by the missile's three different types of navigation: INS, GPS, and terrain contour matching. The Storm Shadow utilizes an inertial navigation system consisting of onboard motion sensors that track the missile's orientation and velocity, allowing it to calculate its location without relying on satellites. To ensure accuracy over longer missions, the missile also receives periodic GPS updates. However, relying solely on GPS can make the missile vulnerable to electronic warfare countermeasures that can spoof the GPS signal, leading to erroneous targeting. This is where terrain contour matching comes into play. By using an altimeter and measuring changes in the elevation of the terrain below, the Storm Shadow can establish its location and cross-reference it with its onboard database. Operating at a terrain-hugging altitude, the missile becomes difficult to detect by radar, further enhancing its effectiveness. Once the Storm Shadow identifies its target, its impact is comparably more lethal against hardened targets due to a feature called delayed detonation. As the missile strikes its target, an initial smaller charge detonates, enabling it to penetrate walls or reinforcement. Only after this initial detonation does the main warhead explode, causing devastating effects. This delayed detonation allows the missile to maximize its destructive potential. These advanced features of the Storm Shadow missile have enabled Ukrainian forces to strike buildings across occupied parts of Ukraine, including a hotel approximately 95 miles behind the front lines, resulting in the highest-ranking casualty among Russian forces, Lieutenant General Tsokov. While the Storm Shadow missile provides Ukraine with a critical capability, it does come with limitations. First and foremost is the cost. With an estimated price tag of more than $1 million per unit, the Storm Shadow is one of the most expensive strike munitions in Ukraine's possession. The high cost restricts the number of available units, making it necessary for Ukraine to strategically deploy the missile. Moreover, Ukraine's supply of Storm Shadows is limited. Before the war, the UK was estimated to have approximately 822 Storm Shadows in its arsenal. During the 2011 Libya intervention, both the UK and France ran out of precision-guided munitions, including Storm Shadows. Ukraine's possession of Storm Shadows is even more scarce compared to its supply of HIMARS rockets. Another factor to consider is the compatibility between the missile and Ukraine's aircraft supply. Ukraine started the war with just over 100 combat aircraft, and only a small portion of these are capable of firing a Storm Shadow. This further limits the availability and operational capacity of the missile. To enhance its counteroffensive capabilities, Ukraine is seeking additional long-range options. Currently, the UK and France are the only countries supplying Ukraine with missiles like the Storm Shadow. Germany has rejected Ukraine's request for its Taurus cruise missiles, which offer an even longer range of nearly 300 miles. The Biden administration is also deliberating whether to provide Ukraine with its equivalent weaponry, the Army Tactical Missile System.